In the selfie that you will be drawing for our final assessment, you are most likely going to have your ears viewed just a little bit. But when you look at your ears, they're going to be long and skinny. They aren't going to look as though you're staring straight at them. So instead of our ear looking like this shape, there we go, our ear is actually going to look more like that shape, okay? And that is simply because of the angle that you had taken your portrait. Okay? So when we draw the ear from this angle, this top part is going to be really, really thick, and as it goes back onto the corner of the ear, it gets smaller and smaller, and then it starts to thicken up where our earlobe is. And then we have like this big cartilage buildup right in here. So you're going to draw this kind of weird worm-like shape. And then usually you've got this type of lump of cartilage protecting your ear. Okay? So super important that this area is thick to smaller to small, and then back down to your earlobe. If you have earrings here, could include an earring. Okay? Not super important to have that detail. But if you want to add value, I recommend starting with one of your middle values. So that would be one of your values in the middle of your value scale. Just because from that point, it's pretty easy to build up your values. If you start too dark though, then it becomes really, really hard if you accidentally go too dark. You can't erase it, okay? So always start light until you know that what you've drawn is right. I might include a little bit more in here. Okay. So I'm allowing my pencil to kind of fade into the white. There are super dark areas of your ear though that are covered. So this acts like a roof over top of your ear, and so that is going, I'm trying to see if I can draw this in a way without the light ruining it. So where that area is covering the inside part of your ear, you're going to have a shadow. Okay. Now this shadow should not be a nice dark line all the way around your ear. Instead, it is something that gets blended in to that layer in which you've already put down. Sometimes your earlobe will even carry some value. Okay. And I would just be extremely careful with how white you leave your work. Just because if you leave your, like this whole area as a highlight, it actually starts to stand out more than we want it to. We're giving it more attention when it kind of needs to fall into the background. Because the ear is not at the front of our faces, it's not so important that this highlight be as bright as it is. So I may take my pencil and just kind of go over it very, very, very carefully and lightly. Okay, and now my ear has kind of faded back into the distance, which is what I want. Now you can still use your eraser to pull up a highlight if there is one, but typically it'll be more pushed back, okay? Areas that are going to have a lot of highlights are going to be your lips, your eyes, your nose, your cheeks, your forehead, and your chin. Because those are features that come off of your face and they aren't hidden flat on your face or behind any part of your head. The ear is kind of tucked away from the front part of the face, whereas your nose comes off of the face. And so that is going to hit the light easier and faster than the ear is going to. Okay? Now I know there's a couple of you that are doing your portrait from the side, so I will show you how to use value with this ear. You're going to want to make it look like it connects, so just like the bottom of a tree trunk where it kind of roots out onto the ground, you're going to do that for the ear as well. It's going to stay nice and thick and get smaller as it goes up to the side, but it never totally disappears. Okay, it'll just kind of fade. And this is our earlobe area. And then here's that little wing of cartilage. And then you've got like this deep kind of pit structure in your ear. And then just like we had this shape, we're going to show it over here too. So you'll put in a little bit of your triangle and some of this. And we're going to let it go down into your ear. Now, this doesn't seem like it's complicated to do, but everybody's ears look different. Not everybody has the same shape of cartilage buildup here, okay? So if you choose to draw your ear from the side, you have to be extremely aware of how your ear actually looks. Actually, I'm gonna erase this. I'm going to start adding a middle value into this area. Now everybody is going to have middle values in your skin, your hair, everywhere, okay? That is just part of how we are. We've got shadows and highlights that appear on our faces, but we all are going to have a gray value or gray tone added to our skin because that's just where those highlights are. The trick is not getting too dark too soon. So layer by layer, I'm building up all the values that are in my ear. And then just like we did in this bottom one, I'm actually going to go over this just so it doesn't stand out too much. And I'll just do one more layer around it so that way it's still pretty noticeable. Okay. And then where you connect the ear, you'll have some value in there as well. You'll also have some areas of really dark values. This is just a friendly reminder to use the side of your pencil when you shade, okay? Otherwise, it's going to like tear up your paper and look really sloppy like this. And then you can still add in that earring if you are really wanting to show that. Okay? So drawing an ear is pretty fun to do. I mean, it's a weird subject to draw, and it's unique for us because you don't draw ears every single day. But you also want to be extremely careful just because not everybody's ear looks the exact same. So just take your time.